What's up, Facebook, Instagram, social media? It's your boy Dazzling Habits, and today I'm going to be talking about a purpose-driven life versus a life where you're living the rat race. So what is purpose and what is the rat race? I'll start by saying that purpose. My personal definition of purpose is purpose is the things that you can do to help a large or even a small amount of people, but you do it so naturally, you do it so well, and because that you're doing that gives you, blessings that you feel like sometimes you don't even deserve. But purpose, it's like a two-part thing. You have purpose and then you have passion. Purpose is what you can find yourself doing really well, in my opinion, on your day job. A lot of people aren't working right now, but whatever job that you have or have had, the people that you know or that know you, your co-workers, if you don't really know what your purpose is, I'm quite sure people has been talking good, well, only the good stuff that I'm referring to, not the bad stuff. The good stuff, like, people may say, like, oh, he or she is really good with, XYZ. They're good with talking or good with doing this, that kind of thing. That's kind of like how you define your purpose, how you find your purpose, if you don't really know what your purpose is. Me personally, people always been telling me that I'm good with connecting with people, with talking to people, and just making people, feel the connection of love and understanding and clarity. Maybe even I give good advice at some points, but that's kind of like the purpose. How you find your purpose. You only find your purpose through like working, though. You can't find your purpose by just sitting at home watching Netflix or hanging out, clubbing, and just trying to be out in the streets. You can't find your purpose that way. You only find your purpose when you're actually giving service and helping. But the other part of purpose is the passion. The passion is what I feel like is what you do on your off time when you're away from work. It's more so the hobby. I got it backwards. I used to think that my purpose was making beats, because I used to make beats, write songs, and try to get my music out to big wigs in the industry. But I've kind of had some success, but not the type of success that I wanted. Because I was very naive and just young at the time. But in life is a journey. You learn a lot of things as you go, and I'm much stronger, much wiser now, and I'm kind of glad that things didn't work out the way I thought they should have worked out. If you guys want to know, I made a beat and I was putting songs out, putting beats out to different hip hop R&B camps, and one of the big wigs got hold of one of my records, and they made a song off the joint. And long story short, I didn't really get any credit for it, and I just felt like crushed. But that's getting off the topic of what I'm talking about. So purpose, you find that by just what you do on your day job really well, like how you interact with people, how you do things. If you don't know, just ask around coworkers, friends, family. Your passion is what you do on your off time. If you like to paint, sing, you like to create things, work on cars, help people, nurse people, whatever it is, that is your passion. And if you don't know any of those things, you got to keep digging within. Hold on. So what's the deal with this rat race? So a rat race, we all know, like, what comes to mind when you hear a rat race. Well, at least what comes to mind for me is, like, I can picture like a picture like a little gerbil or a rat in like a little box, and it's like running up the it's like a little circle thing. They're running up around and around and around, and it only got like the water, and maybe they put some little snacks in there every once in a blue, but they're constantly turning their wheel, and it's not really getting them anywhere. And to put that into today's term, that looks like the rat race looks like this. You wake up in the morning, you're already groggy, you're tired because you hit snooze on your alarm like 4 or 5 times. So now you're scrambling, rushing, you're brushing your teeth fast, putting your clothes on, trying to rush out the house, getting to work. The anxiety level is already high, and you're stressed out, and you just have an off day. You have several off days because you start your day in a hostile environment, a hostile way. And not to say how you start your day is how you finish the day, but how you start your day plays a big role on how your day is going to be, going. So it's just like, you do all that to get a check at the end of the week. And it's like, you get to your payday and it's like, oh, I get this check. But, I mean, you're happy you get paid to pay your bills, but at the same rate, you're not that happy because you didn't make any progress. And it's just like, yeah, I'm getting paid. We about to get lit. We about to go buy some bottles. About to go to the club. Whatever. But at the end of the day, it's just like, I'm not happy. It's Sunday night now, and it's like I gotta come back to work. Damn. And then it's like it's a repeating cycle, and it's like a lot of people, like, not saying that they choose to live this life, but when you're not aware of what you're doing, it kind of sets you back. It sets you back, just like the rat or the gerbil and the rat little circle thing and the test tube thing. When you can't see what you're doing, it's very bad on a long-term scale. Like, on the future, on the grand picture. It's like if you want to get ahead in life, you got to cut out all the BS. You can't be hanging out. You can't be doing things. You can't be trying to, turn up and be like life of the party all the time. I can say these things because I used to live that life. I used to, like, anybody that knows me from my college days, and even after my college days, I used to be AKA turn up guy, like bottles and drinking and partying. But once you get to a point where you understand that that's not going to get you to a level, like, get you up the chain. It ain't gonna get nowhere but like just that. And if you want that for your life, I mean, that's cool. Some people don't want to move up. Some people don't want to elevate their life, and that's fine because, and life is a choice. Like, life is about choices. Like, you have the choice to want to do better or not. So when it comes to like, purpose-driven life versus the rat race life, you just want to be wise of the decisions that you're making, because every decision that you make, it leads to some type of outcome. It leads to some type of scenario where you're going to either reap the benefits of greatness or reap the benefits of something like, not so great, and, the short end of the stick type of vibe. But the choice is yours, and you always have that window of opportunity to do what's best for you. Yeah, I mean, as far as like, me understanding my purpose and my passion, just to give you a little, a little insight of my life, of how I kind of like figured out both for me, which was my passion, which was making music, and well, making beats, making music and everything, and just the connection of dealing with people, and because obviously I'm working here at Connecticut Transit, so I have to talk to people all the time. People getting on the bus, and then they coming at me like, yeah, hey, what's up, brother? How you doing? Yeah, man. Yeah, that girl crazy, man. She did this to me last night, and I'm like, what? Oh, okay. What else she did? Yeah, man. She was cheating on me. She helped. I'm like, okay. I just listen to people, give my 2 cents. They ask me for advice. So, when I was younger, my mom, she's always been a religious person. She brought me, my brother, and my sister up in church. We always was into going to. We were considered to be church hoppers. We would go because we didn't have one church. We would go to one church for maybe 4 months, and then things, if it didn't work out, we'd go to another church. But there was one church in particular when I was younger. I was had to been maybe 10 years old, maybe 11. It was a church, but it was in a house, and we would go there. And I remember this one time, the pastor, she was preaching, and then they had called me up, and I was really young, like I said. She had the holy oil. She put the holy oil on her hand, and she just bashed my head and I was like, oh. I'm looking at my mother like, Mom, what they doing to me? And the lady, she was just praying over me, and a whole bunch of stuff. But I remember she was prophesizing, and she was just yeah, you're gonna be a preacher. And I'm like, I'm a preacher, and it didn't really mean much to me at the time. But as I got older, other encounters, other little synchronicities started to happen similar to that event. And it was pastors and people would say, you're gonna do this, you're gonna talk to people and do things with people. And I'm not a preacher, I'm not a pastor, but I do feel like I have the capabilities to express myself to people that needs to be expressed to, that may not have a religious background, that may not be connected with church. And that's fine, because not everybody have to go to church to have and build a relationship with God. I mean, if you can build a relationship with God in your heart, and be pure and deep about it, God he's pleased with that too. I just feel like when people think about church, they get scared, and it's a scary feeling. But I feel like by me talking to you guys, because like I said, everybody don't want to receive the message of going to church on a Sunday every day and all, or Sunday, Wednesday, or whatever day, or if you can connect with someone that you already know, and that came from being the most drunkest, gooned out person ever, you can see that it's evident that if you don't want to say God, but something is real, and it's changing, is molding that person. And I knew that person, he was the drunkest person or the most wild out person ever. And if he can do that to that person and make him glow and make him do all these things, I know if I just open my heart up and talk, just keep it real. You don't have to use words like the heavenly. I mean, you can say words like that when in a prayer, but God or whoever you worship just wants you to just be real and sincere. God, my dog, listen, I'm struggling right now. Like, my bills ain't paid, and my car bill is late. I don't got no food, Father. Like, I mean, help me out. Give me a sign. Let me know that I'm gonna be all right. And man, I'm just trying to spiritually enlighten a lot of people that know me, to let them know that this life that we live in, it's a short life. But if you waste the time that you have now, especially right now with the COVID thing, like how we all are have time to just be in the house, we should be really trying to figure out what we're good at doing with connecting with people, because that's at the end of the day, once you figure out your purpose, the thing that you can do flawlessly with small groups of people or large amounts of people, once you can figure that thing out, mix it with your passion, what you already naturally are good at, whether it be dancing, whatever, you put those two together, they're gonna make a room for you, and it's gonna provide so much abundance. Even if you don't want to be a millionaire, it's gonna make you rich. It's gonna make your skin glow. It's gonna make you shed weight. It's gonna make you do things and be like, yo, I'm really out here right now. Look at me. I'm out here, got some jewelry on, got my chains blinging, But it's really gonna make you a new person. But you gotta accept it though. You gotta take it in and be like, okay, I'm a new person now. I can't be doing that old stuff. And once you can take all that in, shoot, like they say, the stars is lining up. You're gonna be one of those stars lining up, and you're just gonna be glowing. Not in a boastful way. It's gonna be a humble glow, because you know where you came from. And at the end of the day, that's what we all should be doing right now. Just trying to, better ourselves, instead of being so caught up on when is this lift is going to happen, when is the society going to go back to regular, because that's not the goal. The goal is to just work on you and to be the best version that you can be, because nobody wants to keep living trifling. I'm just saying, if you're watching this video, you don't want to keep living trifling. I can guarantee you that. It's something deep down inside of you that made you want to click this video. Maybe because obviously you know me and you see that I'm going through a change, but you just know that you want better. And that's all I got for right now. I know I've been ranting. I'm at 18 minutes, but yeah, man, I wish you guys a blessed, peaceful day, and to the next episode. I love all of y'all. Deuces. Bow, bow, bow.